Hello everybody, how are you doing? I hope you're really well. It's a bit of a grey day here. We've had the most extreme weather. For the last 3 days I would say we've had beautiful sunshine in the morning. When I walk to the gym it's gorgeous and I think I don't need a jacket. And then suddenly it goes very dark like it has done now. You can see I've had to put the lamps on and then we just get rain and it just bounces down. The other day I went to the pharmacy to buy some deodorant and a new razor and things like that, and I got caught in the most horrendous rainstorm. I got soaking wet. So yeah, bizarre. It's supposed to be mid-May. It is mid-May. Usually mid-May, May is such a beautiful month in the UK. So I'm not sure what's going on. But I thought that I would do a little show and tell because I've had a few packages delivered this week, and all lovely, beautiful things. Some are gifts and some are things that I've bought. So I thought that we would start this vlog by showing you this stuff. So let's start. I'm just going to clip my microphone on. I always get nervous about this because when I'm wearing a t-shirt, it can muffle the sound. So hopefully that won't happen. Try and keep it. In fact, if I put it to the side, maybe that'd be better. Okay, so the first thing that I want to show you is this beautiful plaster piece of art. Look at this, how beautiful. It's a gorgeous ionic column made out of plaster, handmade, signed and dated here. And this was sent to me by an Instagram friend, Will. And I'm going to read to you about this process. I used to think my trips to Italy were just holidays, a break from routine, a chance to eat well, walk endlessly, and come home with a phone full of sunlit photos and promises to return. But looking back now, those journeys were quietly shaping the foundation of something much bigger. For years, Rome and Tuscany became my regular escape. I fell into a rhythm there, mornings with strong espresso, afternoons wandering narrow streets, evenings watching warm light slide across old stone. At first, I couldn't explain why I felt so drawn to the buildings themselves, not just the famous landmarks, but the fragments. A weathered column outside a cafe, the curve of a doorway, a chipped cornice above a forgotten shop. Italy doesn't just preserve architecture, it lets it breathe, age and belong. On each trip, my curiosity grew. I began noticing details that most people walk past. I'd find myself running my hand along textured walls, photographing ceiling mouldings, sketching archways on napkins. What fascinated me wasn't perfection, it was history embedded in surfaces. These structures carried stories in every crack and contour. They felt human. The turning point came during a visit to Villa Adrianum. I arrived expecting another beautiful ruin. What I found instead was a revelation. Standing among the remains of Hadrian's vast retreat, I felt something shift from admiration to obsession. The place wasn't just impressive, it was deeply intentional. Every column, every fragment of ornament, every sculptural element had once been part of a lived space designed with extraordinary care. Even in ruin, the craftsmanship was unmistakable. I remember pausing beside a broken architectural fragment, a piece of decorative plasterwork, worn smooth by centuries. It struck me that this object had outlived empires. Someone had designed it, shaped it, and installed it with pride. And now, thousands of years later, it still had the power to stop a stranger in his tracks. The moment changed how I saw everything. When I returned home, I couldn't shake the feeling that these architectural details shouldn't belong only to history books or distant ruins. The artistry, the tactility, is that the way that you say that word? Tactility, the sense of permanence, they deserved a place in modern spaces too, not as imitation, but as continuation. That realization became the seed of Plaster and Form. The idea was simple in spirit, but ambitious in execution, to bring the beauty and presence of classical architectural elements into contemporary interiors, to celebrate the craftsmanship of the past while making it relevant for the present, to create pieces that feel timeless rather than trendy. Plaster and form grew out of the same curiosity that began on those Italian streets, the urge to notice, to appreciate, to preserve. Every product we create carries a trace of those early mornings in Rome, those long walks through Tuscany towns, and the quiet moment at Villa Adriano when fascination turned into purpose. What began as vacations became a vocation, and what started as admiration became a company dedicated to giving architectural history a new life in modern spaces. Oh, I just love that story, and it's one of the things that speaks to me so beautifully because I have visited Italy many times. You get drawn in by the beauty of it, and there's beauty everywhere. But then turning that into something beautiful to share with the world is a very special thing. And so we have the result of his efforts, plaster and cast. I will link this for you so that you can have a look at the work. Beautiful things. And that is such a lovely thing, a beautiful piece of Italy in my home. And I just think that's so, so beautiful. Okay, the next thing that I want to show you is something from Strathberry. So you may remember I had a Strathberry hobo kite bag in espresso, which is like a chocolate brown. I decided to get another Strathberry. So this is a smaller one. This is kind of more of a, I would probably only use this for evenings. It is an evening bag, I would say. So if I'm going to a fancy dinner or a black tie where I'm wearing black tie, or something like a very chic black suit, I just thought that this little Strathberry would be quite cute. It's a little bucket bag. It has the signature Strathberry music bar here. Just check you can see. And it's small, beautiful. You've got the Strathberry logo here as well. The Strathberry branding. So it's a small little bag. I wouldn't usually wear anything like this, but I just thought, you know, I'm enjoying bags at the moment. I think it's one of those things where it's an appreciation of craftsmanship, of a beautiful thing. A really well-made leather piece of art. And I think I just like looking at it. The smell of it, the feel of it. And it just feels so beautiful when you use it. I've been using my Strathberry, my other one, nearly every day, and I just get so much pleasure from it. So yeah, it's not something I would ever buy before, but I just think for a special occasion, when you need a little bag, that's a great one. So I haven't opened this properly, it's just come out of the dust bag. You're seeing it for the first time with me. The packaging is great. I'm trying not to disturb the beautiful packaging because I want to make a little video for Instagram. The Strathberry Care Guide. Lovely. And then I've got another fashion item to show you. So this is the shoebox, Our Legacy. And I have to say, the box itself is so gorgeous. It's so beautifully made and the quality's so lovely. And again, these boots came in a dust bag, which I always think is a lovely thing. So I've wanted these boots. They've been on my lost list for probably a year. I just kept seeing them on fashion blogs and things like that, and really handsome model guys wearing them, and I just thought they went so well with every beautiful casual outfit, with jeans, with more smart trousers. But I've been looking for the perfect chocolate brown boot forever. This one is way more than I would ever want to pay, but I got very, very lucky and I managed to find them in a special from a special discount code at Harvey Nichols, which is a department store here in the UK, and it got me £190 off these boots. So when I saw that, I thought I have to get them now, because that's my one chance to be able to buy them and not pay over the top and feel regretful. But I have to say, if I did pay the full price, these are so well made. You can see that how beautiful the leather is. You can see this beautiful detailing the shine and then all of the beautiful details, the zip here, and then inside the leather is stunning. Just gorgeous, a gorgeous, gorgeous boot. And boots and shoes are something that I'm very particular about. The tiniest detail can make me not like a shoe or a boot, and I couldn't wear it. So this is a perfect one. And when it comes to, you know me, I don't really like to spend a lot of money on clothes. I buy most of my clothes from the high street. This t-shirt is from Uniqlo. My jeans are from Marks and Spencer. But when it comes to accessories, I'm realising that because they last a long time, probably for the rest of my life if you buy well, like this Strathberry, like these boots, you have to pay a bit more, and I'm happy to do that for quality. I just think they're the most beautiful boot. I will put them on at some point over the weekend and I'll show you how they look, but I just absolutely love them. And then the final thing that I want to show you is this new book, which is called Beautiful Blooms, and it's by Georgiana Lane. And the final thing that I want to show you is this new book, which is called Beautiful Blooms, and this is by Georgiana Lane. So I have shown you one of Georgiana's books before, but this is her brand new book. And when I shared about her last book, a lot of people contacted me to say that they were a huge fan of Georgiana. So the story is, when I was in Paris with Nathan last year, he said, "Oh, we should go and visit my friend Georgiana." And I just said yes, and I didn't really think more of it. And then we got to her beautiful apartment in Paris, which is like something out of a movie. It's in the most beautiful street. It's high up with a gorgeous balustrade balcony, and when you look out of the windows, the French windows, you just see Paris gleaming with its honey-coloured stone and the beautiful trees that just frame the view. And then her apartment itself is stunning. She's got the most wonderful taste. She's got also an apartment that has wonderful original features like the herringbone parquet flooring, the fireplaces, the elegant French windows and doors. It's just a dream. And Georgiana herself is also a dream. She's such a lovely, lovely lady. She's originally American and she's been living in Paris for a few years. So we just clicked instantly. She was already Nathan's friend and now she's mine. So this is her new book, Beautiful Blooms. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit of information about it because I've got a little piece of paper in here. So this is going to be published on the 21st of May. It costs £40 and it's available in hardback. In this sumptuous book, Georgiana Lane brings us over 300 pages of her personal favourites from the extensive archives of her world-renowned floral photography. Georgiana has travelled extensively throughout her career, searching out the very best blooms around the world and documenting them in her unique and recognisable style. Each chapter is accompanied with a detailed text where Georgiana recalls her trips across the world, her extraordinary experiences meeting gardeners, farmers, florists and growers, and how she selects what flowers to photograph. Every page is packed with intricate beauty and detail, and in each photograph, Georgiana explains what drew her to that particular flower and how she chose to capture the moment. This unmissable book is an ode to floral beauty by one of the world's leading floral and travel photographers. Oh, and just look at the cover. It's the most beautiful cover. That gives you a good little idea of how beautiful it is. If I quickly flip through here. Oh my god! Look at this! Beautiful! Oh, wow. Oh, heavenly. Oh my god, Lily of the Valley. Wow. Beautiful. Wow. So yes, this is an extraordinary book. It's great for a coffee table, great as a gift. If you would like to have a look at that, I will link it for you. I'm not sure, you'll probably be able to pre-order it, or I will find the place where you can find out more about this wonderful book by this wonderful lady. Yeah, I think that is everything that I wanted to show you, my little show and tell. So it's been, the postman has been very busy this week. Oh, knocking at my door. But lots of lovely things to share and enjoy. So yeah, it's been a good one. Hello. Decided to make a Cosmo. I'm going to a Eurovision party tonight. My friend Graham and his boyfriend Ali are hosting. And so whilst I get ready, I thought that I would have a Cosmo. I just thought I fancy a cocktail. So I'm going to make one now. And I haven't made a Cosmo for a long time. There was a time when I had a Cosmo every weekend with some friends. So I thought that I would do it now. So I'm just going to... I've got some vodka. And... oh, let's start with the ice. So I've got my cocktail shaker here. And I've got some ice. So we're just going to fill this with lots of ice. Look how beautiful this these tongs are. Can you see? They have a G on them. So this is filled with ice, and then I'm taking some vodka, and I'm going to put in probably 2 shots of vodka. Now, you need Cointreau. I don't have that, but I have Grand Marnier. So this is orange, so this should work. So I'm just going to put 1 shot of this. I'm going to pour in some lime juice, about half a shot. But I like mine very limey, so maybe add a little bit more. And then I like just to put a little tiny bit of cranberry juice, just so that it makes it pink, but not loads, just enough to make it pink. I don't really like it very red. And then we're going to shake it, pop the lid on. We can pour this into the glass. If I can get this off. There we go. It's the perfect pink. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of lemon. There we go. And that can rest on top. Oh, there we go. And that is perfect Cosmo. Cheers, everybody. Happy weekend. Oh, that is divine. Oh, I remember why I love Cosmos. Cheers. So you just saw me in Harrods Beauty at Chanel. I was shopping with my friend Kim. It's our favourite thing to go to Harrods, and we go to the champagne bar. We have 1 glass, and then we do a little bit of shopping. We both love cosmetics and fragrances and things, and so we always can be quite dangerous when we're together. But the reason why we're at Chanel, Kim came to me and she was like, "Oh my God, I've started to notice that I'm getting these bags under my eyes." She's the same age as me, roughly. And she was like, "It's just started to happen, and I hate getting old." And I'm like, "Yes, I know, it's coming. And so she went to Chanel to see if she could get a really good concealer to help with that. And then I thought maybe I need it because I've noticed for a long time, and you can't really tell on YouTube because I'm always sitting in front of the window or standing in front of the window like I am now, and I think the light just takes away any of the, but I do have, like, I can see, it's actually strange for me because it's more of a problem with bone and the fact that there's a loss of fat here and the bone just sticks out. You can see it here. So I did get a new concealer from Chanel. I don't really use concealer very much, but I just thought for if I'm going to film something or if I'm going to an event where I know there's going to be photography, perhaps a little concealer will help me out. So let's just clip this here for a moment. I've got a new Chanel brush because you do need the proper tools with these things. So this is just a little brush so that you can apply it properly. And then I got the concealer, and this is in shade B40. I'm just going to do a little bit now so we can see. I haven't done this myself. You saw the lady doing it for me in store. So it is a wand application. I'm going to pop this onto my hand. Now the reason why I don't really get on well with concealers usually, because I think sometimes they just don't look great and they can make you look like a bit of, sometimes like a panda, or it's just obvious, and I don't really like that. So I'm going to take the brush and dab it on, and we're just going to do a little bit here and see what this is like. Okay, I need to get very close so I can see. Wow. It's actually quite good. It is actually very good. And then she said, for maximum results, use a translucent powder and use this same brush, and really it will stop it then from going creasy and into the lines. But I don't use powders, I don't like them. But Kim is going to do that. So I said, we'll be at going to see a surgeon together to have our eye bags removed. See if they do a 2-for-1. But yeah, it's fine. It's what life is. So yes, it's Sunday. We went for a little lunch, and then I'm just at home, and I'm going to meet another friend tonight. And then it's back to the grind on Monday. Tomorrow I have Pilates at 8 in the morning, my one-to-one. Oh, I also bought this honey milk. It's a 5-in-1 styling cream by Gizu. So my hair, now that it's quite long, I've been struggling to find a wax that gets through it all without it just makes it very stiff. So you need something very light. So I tried this in the store. I will show you. Let's take off this. And this is like a cream, and it does a few different things. So it is a heat protector, frizz control, it gives flexible hold, it provides hydration, and it gives a glazed shine. It has hyaluronic acid, milk protein, and honey. It says, this 5-in-1 styling cream protects, hydrates, controls frizz, and adds shine with flexible hold. The glossy, milky formula preps hair for blowouts, waves, curls, and straight styles. So you can apply it to damp hair, or you can apply it to dry hair to give a shine. And so that's what I need when my hair is... So this is the result of me letting my hair dry. So it's got this natural wave, which is very nice, but to just give it that little... I'm going to put a tiny amount, and I'm just going to put that through. And then it just acts as like it takes away any... stops it looking dry and fly away, and just gives a nice gloss. So I thought this was great. And that is exactly what I've been looking for. So I would say that it has been quite a successful little shopping trip for a Sunday. I'm going to have my drinks in about 2 hours with my friend Dave, and then yeah, Monday tomorrow. So back to work and back to life. But it's been lovely. I've had a lovely, lovely week. I did a video on Thursday. I've been trying out a new kind of routine with my filming, where on a Thursday I do a new style of video, like a how-to video, so that I can get some new viewers who've never heard of me before, because these vlogs, I love doing them the most, but I think if you don't know who I am, then it's not really going to relate. So I thought if I do a Thursday video where I do how-to, then that will be a way for people to find me. And it's the first one was how to look expensive without buying designer luxury things. And I really enjoyed doing it. It was fun to make a video for people who perhaps don't know me, and just be, it's like starting from scratch. So if you haven't seen that, you might find it interesting. It's only 12 minutes long, and it's just a very informative, chatty video about style and looking chic without spending a lot of money. So yeah, I'm doing that every Thursday, and then the regular vlog that we have now on a Sunday. It's been a fun week. I hope you've had a great weekend, and I wish you a lovely, lovely week ahead. See you next time.